What's up, guys? This is Kaz with Elevate Your Craft, and welcome to the first box opening for Pokemon TCG. And actually been playing the game for a little while now, and collecting different cards, more for competitive purposes. Because I haven't really been playing that long, maybe 6 months, but it's definitely something I do want to take pretty seriously and competitively. But I thought, why not incorporate this into Elevate Your Craft? I mean, Elevate Your Craft so far has been calisthenics and jump rope. And, outside of that, I also like to play Pokemon. And, I'm always trying to up my game, that kind of thing. So I thought it just felt kind of cool and right to incorporate it into Elevate Your Craft. So as you can see, here is a box of the Sun and Moon's Guardians Rising expansion. And I'll definitely be opening that right now. I'm hoping it's a decent box. I could definitely use a couple more Lele's, although I'm kind of thinking of playing a Metagross deck. Right now, I've been playing Buzzwole Lycanroc for a while, and it's a deck that I really like, and I'm having a lot of fun with. But yeah, I thought Metagross would be kind of cool. I have it online, and I'm having some success with it. It's kind of different. I mean, it's a bit slower, obviously, than the Buzzwole Lycanroc. So if I do pull that, that'd be kind of cool. But who knows? Let's see what we get. And the box opening is definitely something I want to incorporate more. I got a couple of the Guardians Rising boxes right now, so I'll start with those. But here we go, the inaugural box opening, and this is the first pack. All right, so let's see what we get here. Like I said, a Lele would be real nice, especially the Rainbow Rare. I would absolutely love to find that guy. I do have the Hyper Rare, or I should say the full art, and the regular art. I have two of each. So that Rainbow Rare would be real nice. Nothing off the first pack so far. You know what else? I wouldn't mind a Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales Rainbow, or even a full art. I've actually never pulled that before, so that would be kind of cool if I was able to find that. But let's see here. So. Oh, good old Trevenant. Two rescue stretchers. I love that. And what was that? Alamomola. Nothing in pack 2. Let's see. And you know what? I've been hearing a lot of kind of negativity toward Crimson Invasion. But I don't. Maybe it's because I play Buzzwole Lycanroc, but I didn't mind that so much, that set. But I gotta admit, the Wishful Baton was a pretty disappointing secret rare. And there we go, our first GX. We got a Turtonator. Don't mind that guy. Played a bit of the Volcanion deck, which included a Turtonator, but in all honesty, I haven't really been too big a fan of fire decks for whatever reason. I don't know. I played back with the base deck and up till about Fossil. And even then, I always really liked Psychic Pokemon. And so I kind of leaned that way. And fire never really did much for me, despite Charizard, of course, being kind of the best card back then. But yeah, the fire decks never really appealed to me too much, even with Volcanion, which is a great deck at the moment. Definitely played that a bunch in kind of just league nights and tournaments. And, sometimes it's a pretty tough matchup, especially when I was playing Tord's List, the Golisopod Zoroark deck. It was a little annoying sometimes there. But so far, just the Turtonator GX. And Let's see what the next one brings. Okay, not quite sure what to expect with the new set. Either I'm definitely looking forward to it, and that's one I'm going to invest fairly heavily into because I think it's going to do a lot for the format. But again, I'm still fairly new to the competitive side of things. So right now, I'm more just trying to get better at it. My goal is to likely, and what I've been doing so far is just to kind of take some, 2 or 3 of the top tier decks and essentially mimic them and play with them and just get better at the game, because I definitely won't be better at making or building a deck than some of these guys they're the top players of today, right? So I figure, what, I'll just pick 1 or 2 decks that I really like, stick with them until I get just better and better at the game, and then maybe I'll be able to work something out in the future. But for now, just going to keep it pretty simple. The Buzzwole Lichen Rock deck that I'm playing right now is just Andrew Mahone's variation. That's the one I seem to like the most. So I kind of just went with it. Had a lot of success with it online as well. And that's something I'm doing a lot more of is playing online and using that. Although, I do hear different things about playing online versus playing actually in person, which, I do prefer playing in person, but, you can't always do so. So I'm trying to get as many cards and decks and top tier meta decks online as possible. That way I can just play that way. And there we go. Choice bands are always useful. And there's a nice Matang for that potential Metagross deck. But haven't seen a Metagross GX quite yet. And it's just the Turtonator still. So we'll see. Slightly disappointed thus far. And I'm definitely going to incorporate another Matang. Hey, there you go. I have actually 3 reverse hollow Matangs, but I like to keep my decks pretty plain as far as the cards go. Not too big on kind of the full arts or the rainbow rares, that kind of thing. I more use them to help me get the cards I need. The regulars, the trainers, the regular arts, that kind of thing. But I do have to admit some of them are pretty cool. The exception, I think, would be the Lele. I would love to get the Rainbow Rare Lele, as mentioned. Hey, there we go. Speak of the devil, it's not the rainbow, but that's okay. That's definitely useful. So that brings me up to 3 of the regular arts. So I should be covered as far as my needs go for when I'm actually playing the game. But that's good. That makes up for a little bit. And I do see something here as well. And a full art Wishy-Washy. Okay. I've been seeing the Wishy-Washy GX in those Hoopa stall decks as of late, and played against one actually in a tournament last weekend, and I was not able to win that. He just brought out his Hoopas. I didn't have the promo Rock Ruffs in my deck. I just had the Guardians Rising ones. And even though I got a couple wild kicks off, I hit tails both times. And I also made the dumb mistake of discarding my Regirock EX with an Ultra Ball. So I wouldn't have been able to one-shot the Hoopa anyway, and all around it just did not feel good. So looks like we got something else here. Oh, there's that Beldum. Ooh, and another. Hey, there's a Ninetales. That's actually the first Alolan Ninetales GX that I've pulled out of I'd say the fair amount of Guardians Rising packs that I've opened. But okay, and there's another Matang, that reverse holo I was talking about a little bit earlier. So we're getting there now. This box is looking a little bit better. All right. And there's Beldam again. You know what else? I could use a Metagross right about now. If I can open this pack. Definitely keep these codes. See, there you go. That's the Rockruff that failed me last weekend. But you know what? I've actually made a couple good corner plays as well. I was able to tie a game that looked like a pretty serious loss, but was able, like I said, to corner my opponent, and he couldn't retreat and therefore win the game. So you know what? I mean, there's some argument, I guess, to using this Rockruff, but I definitely could have used the promo during that wishy-washy Hoopa match. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, on to the next one. I actually have the regular art Alolan Ninetales. I've never seen a full art out of the packs or the rainbow that I've pulled. But let's see what we got here. Oh, and everything is falling over. Awesome. Okay. I got a nice energy with a nice cut across it. There's and there's a kind of slightly damaged Oricorio as well. Well, look at this. Okay. A little underwhelming there, gotta say, but it's okay. Part of the game. We'll see. All right. Wishy-washy. Get that code going, and we're almost halfway through. And there's that Rockruff again. Actually, I don't think I've pulled the reverse holo Alter the Sun either, so I don't really know where I'd use it. I mean, I haven't seen it in a Metagross deck. I don't know that it would really be... I guess it could be useful against that Volcanion matchup that I was talking about earlier, but for now, let's move on. Okay, so we're about halfway through the box right now. Yet another wishy-washy at the front here. We've got a white code card there. Let's see if there's anything good. And a comfy. Okay. All right. Try and get everything navigated here without knocking all the cards over. All right, let me just bring these packs over here. Okay. Got to think of something when I get the actual stream up and running. I'm going to do, I don't know. I got to think of something as far as a common or an uncommon. And, every time I see that card, I incorporate a workout with it. So if I see like a Garbodor, for instance, then that's like 50 push-ups. And that way I can get a good workout in during the stream, and hopefully also educate you guys on the different variations and the progressive aspect of calisthenics. But I thought that would be kind of fun, and then do if I pull something really cool like a GX or a full art or even a rainbow, then I could push it even more and go 100 push-ups for every GX I find or something like that. But anyway, that's something I'm thinking about right now. Where are we at? So cards are just falling around everywhere. At 4 decent pulls so far in the box. I mean, I've had some pretty good box pulls. I'd say in the past 2 months, I've opened 5 boxes. I think it was 2 Crimson Invasion a sun and moon, and then a sun and moon burning shadows. Actually, you know what? It was 3 Crimson Invasion. And the one Burning Shadows box was pretty awesome. I think I got 9 ultras out of that one, including a... oh, man alive. Okay, that is an excellent pull right there. This is the one card that the other, I guess, other than a Rainbow Lele, that I was hoping to find. The secret rare double colorless. This is awesome. I wish I had sleeves beside me here. I'd throw it in right away. But wow, this is pretty cool. I got to say, you know what, this makes up for pretty much only hitting 4 right now. But I think that's pretty average in a box anyway, from 4 to 6. But this is really cool. I don't know that I'd actually play it, to be honest, because I'd want 4 of them in the deck. But either way, that is such a great hit. I'm really happy about that. And you know what? Maybe I will hit the actual Rainbow Lele, and I doubt it. But if I were to, that would be pretty amazing. Okay, the multi-switch, the card that's seeing some play right about now. Either that or the Energy Lotto. I kind of like the multi-switch. I use that in the kind of Sil Valley Metal Toolbox deck I played a little while back. And you know what? It came up clutch. I got to say, there were some times where it was pretty awesome. Okay, Machoke. I wish I could find a way to play Machamp. It just does not seem any good. I mean, this ability seems pretty awesome, especially against a deck like Decidueye or some sort of spread deck. But I gotta say, the evolution line, is pretty underwhelming. So I don't know that I'll be doing that anytime soon. But onward and upward. Okay. Oh, there you go. So from a multi-switch to an Energy Lotto. And we'll move on. Okay, so far, here we go. We got the 5. And you know what? Again, looking at it, this is pretty sweet. I mean, a Lele and a secret rare double colorless. I got to say, I'm quite happy with this box so far. Anything I pull after this would be gravy, to be honest. Oricorio. And another, a Rescue Stretcher and an Energy Lotto. Look at that. A lot of Rescue Stretchers today. Okay. We're looking at what, maybe about 9 more packs to go. And the real trouble is online. I would love to pull another, at least one Lele online, because I definitely need it. Thinking back, I've pulled 6 Leles online. 4 of the regular art and 2 of the full art. But I must have, because I said to myself, I am not going to go below 3 Leles. I'm going to keep 3 at minimum, because they're great for trading. If you need certain cards, Lele is just excellent. People are always looking for them. But somehow I traded one by mistake or something. I didn't realize it, which left me with 2 from 6, which is pretty disappointing. Luckily, that Buzzwole Lycanroc deck does only require 2, so I've been able to work with it for a while. And I mean, if a deck does require 3, I just play it with 2, and then kind of work around it. But I mean, I don't necessarily like that. I'd rather mimic the deck card for card, because it's that way for a reason. Especially the ones that the top tier players created. or sort of reworked from other decks. So I do need one more online. So that's the goal. I'm really hoping that I could pull at least one off of this box. But okay, a Polytoad cast form. All right, and there's that Rockruff once more. Okay, so we are at 7 more. 7 more with 5 pulls. Can we do one more? Let's see. And the Victini. Haven't seen that one in a while since, what was it, the Heatmore Raichu deck. I forget who was playing it, but I remember the first actual deck that I built and then played with in just a local tournament was a Toxapex deck. And that was pretty much determined by just, I pulled, I think, 2 of them. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just play this card and build a deck around this. And I had the Victini in there for, I forget his first attack, like Toxic Spike or something like that, where you have to flip 4 coins. And each coin, if you hit heads, does 30 damage. And then the Victini's there. If you don't get quite a good flip, then you have another option or sort of a retry. So that was actually the first deck that I played. And I think I only played 4 rounds, and I ended up going 2-2 with that deck. So, hey, for the first go around, I had fun, and that's what it's all about. All right, so the Mudsdale, okay. Haven't seen a lot of this card, to be honest. But, oh well. Moving on. We got 4 packs left. Okay. Let's see what we get in this one. Some more Machop. And the Salazzle. I always kind of like this card. I've seen it. It's just too clunky if you play it with a Muck, a Alolan Muck, or something like that for the special conditions. I always kind of liked Salazzle GX too, but I don't know. I haven't really been able to formulate anything that had consistent success with. Kind of like the Ho-Oh Salazzle, and but like I mentioned earlier, I haven't been too drawn to the fire deck, so I never really explored it too far. But I see something there. Is that a Drampa? And it is a Drampa. Look at that. A new addition to the pile there. So Drampa GX, I would love to play Drampa. I love that card. But with all the fighting going on right now, it's just really tough. I did incorporate him, or Drampa, into that Silvally deck that I mentioned earlier. Just had a 1-of in it, but just too much fighting and almost seems like too easy of a prize. Wasn't playing Rainbow, wasn't playing Rainbow Energy, wasn't playing Potown. Although the free retreat of Gyro unit does help. If you're playing the basic Pokemon and one gets hit, you can easily retreat and bring Drampa up. So I think that was kind of my reasoning at that time. But you know what, Drampa, again, with all the fighting around, it's just not your day. So, okay, here we go. Sudowoodo. Great card in Expanded. Haven't seen it too much personally in Standard right now. And Delmise, also another card I played in that Silvally Metal Toolbox. And Expanded's another thing. I mean, I think it's a little too much for me right now. I actually, like I mentioned, I want to play this competitively. And, of course, there is competitive Expanded. But I just want to get better at the game. I think expanded would be kind of too much to take on right now. I want to focus on the standard format. So I think it's something that I'll maybe get into sometime down the line. But for right now, I'm going to stick to standard. Expanded just seems like you have to take so much into consideration when building decks. But I guess that's part of the fun too. So maybe one day. But okay, well, that's the last pack. And here we go. That's the pull out of this box. So the Turtonator GX, great card. And the Lele, of course. You can always use more Leles. Definitely wasn't the Rainbow Rare, which would have been awesome. The Wishy-Washy, I gotta say, I'll never play that kind of the deck, the Hoopa Wishy-Washy stall deck. I'm just not a fan of those kinds of decks personally. Alolan Ninetales, loved Alolan Ninetales GX and Zoroark. Again, closer to when I first started playing. It's one that I played a fair bit online, and I don't think I'm necessarily maybe good enough to pilot that deck right now. But, with all the metal that was around, it was a tougher deck to play. But, something I do have built online, and I think it's such a cool deck, so I'll definitely be playing it still. So that's great to actually get the card. And the highlight, though, I gotta say, is the Secret Rare Double Colorless. That is so cool. I was really hoping that I'd pull this card at some point. So that's awesome. And the next one, I guess, to fulfill the dream would be the Rainbow Rare Tapu Lele, maybe one day. And then finally, good old Drampa GX. I do have a few of these already, but a welcome addition to the collection. But that's it. That's it for the inaugural box opening. I've spilled everything over here to the side, so I got to do a bit of cleanup. But I do have one more box at the moment, so I'll be definitely doing another video around that, and hopefully I can hit something real nice in that one. But that's it for me for now, and this is something I'm going to do regularly. And, once I get the stream up too, I'll be doing the box openings there. And but I'll make it, of course, a little more interactive, something like what I was talking about before, where if I make certain pulls, I'll find a way to incorporate it into my workout, because first and foremost, Elevate Your Craft is about calisthenics and jump rope. It's what I specialize in. It's what I love doing. But the Pokemon side of things is also something that I really enjoy doing and want to incorporate. Because this is also about, getting better and, just having some fun too. So that's it for now. You guys can follow me at EYCKAS on Twitter. The Elevate Your Craft YouTube page is Elevate Your Craft, all one word, and that's the same for the Facebook page. And the website is www.elevateyourcraft.net. So again, that's it for me. Check out the pull from today's box, and we'll be seeing you again soon. Thanks.